Hello, everyone. It is that time we read Andy Ngo's horrible book. We've got Claudio here. Hopefully you can hear her. We've had some difficulties. I can't hear her, but maybe you can. Want to say something to test it out?
Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me. If you can't, I guess just go ahead and put it in the chat. And if there's a problem, we'll go ahead and solve it.
It's great. This will just be, it'll just be a thing. So please drop in the chat if you can hear Claudio. Like, okay, good. So we're good. It's just me. I'm the broken one. That's what's important.
That sounds right.
That sounds correct. No, it feels correct. You know what will solve this problem is some delicious 19 crimes wine, which is way fewer crimes than Andy Ngo has committed.
How many are we up to?
You know, I have not been keeping count. There are definitely more than 19 pictures in this book, and I'm pretty sure he stole most of them. So, like, you know, this is fine.
It's fine. Everything will be okay.
Yeah. I was told by somebody in a comment that I should take a drink every time I say this is fine because I assume they want me to die.
There's either some trolls in the chat or somebody thinks they need a lot of support.
Yep. Please also excuse my lack of makeup. It's because I am lazy. So,
well, I didn't wear any makeup the last time, and I got somebody in like they sent me a really mean screen cap. You know, like those things where you're like halfway through a word. Yeah, and I didn't have makeup on top of it, so it was just like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
First of all, how dare you? But
first of all,
yeah. But yeah, no. But what it is there's only enough makeup for one of us to have it. So I'm glad it's your turn tonight. Awesome.
You found us out. We share makeup.
It's true. We're actually the same person. I know it's weird because we don't look the same, but we are in fact the same person. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Without any further ado, let's learn about Portland's summer uprising from Andy Ngo, who was definitely there.
I'm excited because we were not there.
No, not at all. No, never. Not once. What are you drinking, Claudio? I should have asked.
Oh, I do actually have the grapefruit cider. Somebody was kind enough to donate to a bourbon fund, but I didn't have time to get to the liquor store.
Next time.
You'll have to have me on again, and I will have some Booker's bourbon that somebody was kind enough to donate to a Booker's fund.
God bless.
It's
a beautiful gift.
Beautiful gift. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Thank you. Thank you for the killing. Thank you. I'm glad, you know, it's the one thing I've got going on. So thank you. Appreciate you. And I'm honored. It is a good chat. Thank you for joining us. All right. I'm going to begin to read. Chapter 3, Portland. The Justice Center is a large multi-level building spanning an entire city block in downtown Portland, Oregon. It houses the sheriff's office, Portland Police Central Precinct, courtrooms, and hundreds of inmates in the county jail. To Portland's Black Lives Matter Antifa. This is just a nitpick, but he capitalizes Black Lives Matter and then has one dash, and then Antifa isn't capitalized, and it bothers me. I don't like it.
Do you capitalize Antifa?
I don't know, but I feel like if you're gonna like make it all one word, you either capitalize all of it or you don't capitalize any of it. Like, I don't know. It's a made-up word.
I'm trying to think about how I capitalize, if I capitalize Antifa or if I don't.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I feel like I do.
Is it a proper noun?
I don't know. We're gonna have to write Andy Ngo's editor and ask because it's a very good question. I have a question for you, Claudio. Do you happen to have headphones? Because let me explain. I am a boomer and I can't do text, so we're chatting on the phone as well as doing this over live stream, and I'm getting an echo of my own voice about 1 second behind when I'm talking, and I'm going to lose my shit.
I can go get some.
That would be great. Thank you.
You want to fill
Because
some?
yeah. No, I'll just blather. You know, I'm good at this. Very good at talking. No one's ever accused me of not being good at talking. Yeah, no one knows why the sound isn't working, but I'm pretty sure it is because I am. Oh my God, Wed Teeler has entered the chat, and he's right. Yeah. Yeah. So how's everyone doing tonight? It's a great day to read Andy Ngo's book. Let's see here. This is something that I meant to say, which is that if you look in the description of this video, you will see a link to a petition. There is a gentleman in our community who a year and a half ago stopped a Nazi from murdering someone with a hammer, and then was arrested, and then was charged with a Measure 11 felony, and is facing years in jail, and it's bullshit. And if you wanted to sign the petition, that would be super neat. You should sign it. You should share it. You should tell your mother. You should tell your father. I don't know if y'all know the Robin song about call your girlfriend. Call your girlfriend. Let her know that you found someone new, and also sign the petition. Yeah. Let's see here. All right. We are hopefully soon. I can still hear myself. And I am narcissistic, but not this much.
Okay. Is that
maybe
better
if you plug it into your phone?
Yeah, I have it in my...
Okay. I can still hear myself. This is shit. So it's my fault. Fantastic. Love this for me. Wait. It went away. Okay. It's okay. We're okay. Awesome. All right. Thanks, everyone, for being patient with us. We're going to continue to read this horrible book. To Portland's Black Lives Matter - Antifa, it is a physical manifestation of the American rule of law they despise. As the sun set on Friday, May 29th, 2020, a crowd trekked through downtown Portland towards the Justice Center. Their angry faces shouting ACAB for all cops are bastards, which, by the way, this is the first time he's explained that acronym in 3 chapters, which is weird because he's used it, but he hasn't explained.
Now they know. Now they know what it means.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he cleared that up finally. And they were illuminated by red flares being carried by Antifa Black Bloc militants.
We were.
Awkward phrasing, apparently. Just carrying red flares in our hands, apparently, which is how you use them. Yes. Citation needed. I made a sign inspired by the 45th.
That's new.
Yeah.
That's new.
It's important. Shout out to the 45th Parallel Absurdist for thinking of it. And we're just going to use it all night long. So they had been primed for violence through hours of radical speeches led by Black separatists in Peninsula Park in North Portland.
We were?
I have some notes. What the fuck is a Black separatist, first off? Like, I mean, I guess I know it's somebody, but like, I don't think that applies in this case. I think it's just people who didn't want to be fucked up by the cops. Possibly.
I have not met a Black separatist in Portland.
In my life, ever, anywhere.
That's a good point. That not anywhere, but especially
not once
here.
Yeah, I think that those are like the people that want to like have their own nation of just Black people, I believe.
It is.
And it's not popular any longer. No offense to the Black separatists in the audience.
I'm sure you have a lot of them.
Oh yeah, no, that's my core demographic is Black separatists. So yeah. Also, I was at Peninsula Park that day, and what I remember is a lot of speeches about how people had been brutalized by cops their whole lives and how they didn't like it, which doesn't strike me as radical so much as rational.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Fan.
Not a fan. No, I'm not here for it. All right, so we're gonna move past it. During their march, protesters surrounded a car and one of them fired a gunshot, injuring the vehicle's passenger. There is a citation. Let's see what it is. Portland Police Bureau cited, Okay, well, very, very trustworthy in this case, since they're one of the sides in the thing. Wed Taylor asking the real questions. He doesn't say, and that is disturbing, Wed. We don't know. I will do more research and try to find out whether the car is all right. Oh, we got a car lived. Somebody has confirmed for us. So, hooray! Police could not or would not stop them, and they continued unchallenged to their destination, where their comrades had already been camping out. By 11 o'clock p.m., the crowd surrounded the building and transformed into an angry mob. They were pretty angry before.
Is that like how werewolves transform? Like all of a sudden at 11 o'clock, we're just like,
boom! Yeah. We must break everything! That's science. That's solid werewolf science.
Yeah. But there was a phenomenon at like 11 o'clock back during Sacred Fence days where it was just like all of a sudden, it was just like, okay, here's the violence.
Yep.
It was like PPB. It was just like, God damn it, it's time for bed.
Yeah, like we're tired of this. Go home, you crazy kids.
How you could basically time it, and it was just like, yep, we're done.
Yeah. No, they're just like, we're sick of this. We all have to pee. Get out.
Yeah. It was so weird. Somewhere between like 10:30 and 11, they were just like, yeah, we're done, man. We're coming out with the gas.
We're done. Yeah.
It wasn't us that transformed at 11.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it's the police were the werewolves the whole time. Just exactly like that. Accurate depiction. We have citations, but we weren't going to show you because we were following Andy Ngo's example. So the crowd transformed. Yes. So the crowd transformed into an angry mob. They smashed the window on the ground floor and flooded in. Staff working inside at 11 o'clock p.m. had to flee for their lives. Dozens smashed computer equipment and furniture using bats and other melee weapons. We have a citation. Oh, he cited himself. Wonderful.
That's not how that works.
You can't do that. That's not, no.
I worked in academia for 3 years.
Can't do it.
You don't cite yourself.
No. I was a copy editor for a journal, a respected political science journal, and I would have had notes.
Oh, man.
Amazing. All right. Well, so according to Andy Ngo, that happened. Burn this shit down, they shouted as they started fires. The building was still occupied by hundreds of inmates during the attack. After about 10 minutes, police responded and cleared the majority of rioters from the area. It's true-ish. But they simply ran to the business corridor of downtown Portland. There, BLM and Antifa demonstrated their symbiotic relationship seen in other cities affected by rioting earlier in the week. The fuck is that sentence? What is happening?
I mean, I know what the word means. Oh, yeah. That's kind of a nonsense.
In context, I'm going to read it again. Let's try to parse this. There, BLM and Antifa. Oh, BLM and Antifa demonstrated their symbiotic relationship. And then, which I imagine he means that it was seen in other cities affected by rioting earlier in the week. So it's
a weird-ass sentence.
Terrible sentence. Just wow. Not even the worst sentence in this book, but real bad.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Moving on. All right, Andy. Yeah, whatever you say, dude. Let's see here. So, Antifa militants who are mostly white, citation needed, took the initiative to break into businesses to initiate a chain reaction. This whole section is very strange.
It's because he's so emotional about it. He's just like on the keyboard.
Yeah.
He's just like
I can't.
It's like keyboard cat, but it's
just Andy Ngo. I have no other explanation for this. Like, this is so bad. Why is it so bad?
So upset.
How dare they?
But the businesses, though.
Think about the windows. Don't think too hard about Black lives. Think about the windows. The first businesses rioters descended upon were Portland's flagship Apple store and Louis Vuitton. That is not what flagship means. Andy, a flagship store is the first one. I promise you, Louis Vuitton is not based out of fucking Portland. I haven't done the research, but I promise you that's true. No. Oh my God.
The first tweet that I saw about this whole thing was Ted Wheeler's "Enough." That was like the first Ted Wheeler tweet that I saw about this, that I was just like,
incredible.
Oh, this is gonna be like a thing.
Yeah. Oh wow. I did not remember the "enough" tweet, but like, okay, Daddy, whatever you say.
If I don't get out of this "enough" tattooed on my body, I will be shocked.
Right here. Fuck it. In like the same font as the thumbnail for this video. Just enough. We're done.
Enough.
All right. Marching together as a mob and shouting "expropriate." They broke inside and looted the stores clean. Video recorded at Louis Vuitton showed Black Bloc militants standing guard at the door they broke, while young people rushed in and out with designer bags and wallets.
You know this because all Black Bloc members now carry Louis Vuitton.
That's right. It's the official brand of Antifa.
It is.
Yes. And to be fair, Andy's not wrong that the Louis Vuitton store was looted. It's just that this is a really lurid description, and I don't think anyone shouted expropriation even a single time that I recall. No. And I was there. I was there for this. So
I was not. So I'm gonna have to. I was still such a baby at this point. I got tear gassed for the first time. And I was so unprepared. I had never been tear gassed before.
Wow. Your first time.
It was my first time.
Oh, and it was special. That is a special night.
It was so special. And I staggered away and I was like, surely everyone else did too. There's no possible way to survive this.
See, my first time was when I was 18 years old in basic training in a small room where they fill it with tear gas. Do you remember the gas ladle from later? That's what they use to fill the room with tear gas. And then they're like, take off your gas mask to do jumping jacks. And then they send you outside and laugh at you while you die. And that was my first time. It was like a gangbang, basically, like a tear gas gangbang.
The thurible, the tear gas thurible.
Oh my God. Yeah, just fucking bukkake, just snot streaming out of my nose. This won't get ad blocked. This is great.
Are you ready for somebody to just capture you just saying
just that it was a bukkake, just right there. You know what? I'll make it easier for you. It was bukkake, snot everywhere. There's your footage. Oh shit. Claudio just dropped off the stream. Hold on. Tonight is the night of the technical difficulties. Yeah, the CS room is fucking something else. And I will say it was good training for rioting, because as badly as I've been tear gassed, it's never been as bad as that. I hope so. You know, Rule 34, that shit, guys. We're gonna fucking Pornhub the fuck out of this. All right, welcome back.
Hi, my iPad died. Hold on.
Oh, word. These things do. Yes, I can hear you. Can everyone else hear Claudio? Can we get an, I don't know. What is the yes in the chat? Like, there's got to be, I don't play Xbox. I don't actually know anything. Okay, we've got a yes. Yes, we are good to go. Claudio is audible. And we are going to keep reading about the Louis Vuitton theft or not. Outside, rioters shut down traffic at 11 o'clock p.m. during COVID by starting large street fires using accelerants and whatever they could steal for Tinder. This is a very sexual chapter so far. All right.
What you gonna do? And
so
Tifa's
Tinder,
super sexy.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? It's the thing anyone can do. Wooden pallets, trash bins, newspapers, and so on. When police tried to respond to the chaos, they were attacked in their vehicles by people using electric scooters as melee weapons.
Try again. There you go.
What the shit?
I mean, maybe they were laid down in the street, but
Maybe?
like if you try to like hit someone with a scooter, it will spin around and hit you. As anybody that ever rode a Razor scooter as a child would know.
Yep. Accurate.
That shit will spin back around and hit you. And
that doesn't seem like a good melee weapon at all. Damn. Well, again, I'm sure there's a citation somewhere in here, but I'm not seeing it. The Apple Store's iconic glass windows were smashed and spray painted with Antifa message. Iconic glass windows.
I mean, I guess it was kind of known for being like a glass.
Yeah, it had big windows. They were nice. Yeah, great windows. 10 out of 10. Wood window again. I don't know. Were they iconic? Like, I don't know. Like, Alyssa Edwards is iconic. Like,
yeah. I guess that's what that building, like the aesthetic.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Well, they're
glass.
Yeah, fucking amazing. Make that shit trend.
It had a lot to fear from Antifa. There were a lot of windows.
There were a lot of windows. A lot of good windows died that night.
A lot of good
I can confirm. Holy shit, there was a lot of that was the night that I learned that shattered glass sounds exactly like it does in the movies.
Yep.
Like, I just assumed it was a sound effect. No, that shit's real.
No, Foley artists just really go for that.
Fully on. Yep. 100%. All right. So, we've got the Antifa messages are described.
I'm ready.
ACAB and its numerical rendering 1312. Okay. As the rioting continued for hours, they next targeted banks, clothing stores, and marijuana dispensaries. All right.
Okay.
Sure. I am a little surprised they're not mentioning the part where the rioters set the Chase Bank on fire. He is not going to mention that, apparently. I will tell you that in about July, I went into Chase Bank downtown to get quarters so that I could do my laundry, and I looked around and thought to myself, that's odd. The last time I was in here, this building was on fire. And that was very weird for me. I did not set any fires. You cannot prosecute me for this. I did not, actually. I'm not cool enough to set fires.
Every time I walk by the Pendleton store, that was not Antifa. On July 4th, I watched the feds think that a mannequin was us.
No.
Yeah.
What?
And bust into Pendleton and try to clear Pendleton.
Oh my God.
And it was not us. And they came out just like and they looked at me and Jacob Hanning, and we were just there like streaming. And it was just like the most awkward exchange of like, are you going to do something? No. Are you going to do something? No. I don't know, Corey. It's probably like buried on a stream somewhere.
Oh,
it was July 4th. Like, it was such a shit show, and everybody was so overwhelmed because some like military force that we didn't know came out of nowhere. But like, they thought that mannequins were Antifa, and they broke into Pendleton for it.
I have heard a lot of good shit in my life. That might be the best shit I've ever heard in my whole life.
I think you're exaggerating, but
that might be true. Really, but it's real good. It's at least top 10. That's so good. It warms my heart. We need this. Oh my God.
They came out and they just gave this really defeated, like, clear.
But who will protect and serve us if the police go away, Claudio? Who will protect us from mannequins?
As somebody who's afraid of mannequins, like, I was like, maybe they'll finally get them.
Oh my God. All right, holy shit. We're gonna move on, but that is like, it's gonna warm the cockles of my heart for the rest of my fucking life. Let's see here. Yep. Rioters shattered windows using bats, bike locks, skateboards, and other impromptu riot tools. Once inside, they started more fires like the Chase Bank. In another part of downtown, rioters used a car to ram inside a building. We have a citation. It's Andy Ngo. Again. Incredible.
Is he citing videos of ours?
Oh, I wonder. At some point, I've really got to look into that. That'd be incredible. 19 crimes, baby. At least 19. I'm just saying.
At least.
Incredible. At least. Businesses continued to be looting well into the early hours of the next day. That's true. Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler declared a state of emergency, but it was of no use. Police and firefighters were completely... enough! Police and firefighters were completely overwhelmed and surrounded. One officer was injured when he was hit by a thrown incendiary device. A moment of silence for our boys in blue. How many times have you been to the urgent care, Claudio?
The urgent care, not many. The emergency room. I don't know. I got a complaint from enough, Wed-Teeler. I got a complaint from my dentist because my emergency dentist, because they said that I had been to the emergency room too many times in the last year, and they said that they didn't trust me.
Oh, wow. Wow. You were so fucked up, they thought you were drug seeking. That's incredible.
Yes. And I was like, I understand why you would think that. It's just that I work a very risky job.
Yes.
And they were like, what do you do? And I said, I cover Portland protests. And they were just like, well, that be as it may. And I was just like, I am okay. It's fine. Right. Just don't treat my tooth. It's okay.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I got a whole spiel about how maybe people even who do seek drugs should maybe have dental care, but we'll leave that on the table.
Leave that where it is.
We'll just leave that out there that possibly maybe drug addicts also deserve to be treated like people.
I don't know.
You know, I guess citation needed. I don't know. We'll carry on. Yeah, let's see here. A Portland police criminalist, I don't know what that is, responding to a scene was hit in the head with a rock. By the end of the rampage, only 16 people were arrested. One of them went on to be charged by the district attorney for arson and other felony crimes. We may have a dead name, so I'm just going to murmur it. I can't tell. So trigger warning for that. And also just transphobic language. Here we go. Murmur, a 25-year-old transsexual, allegedly was busted after her roommates contacted law enforcement. The affidavit reads, when her roommates asked how Murmur started the fires, Murmur responded by saying it is not a conversation for Facebook Messenger and that she will be home soon. A subsequent in-person conversation occurred and the roommates reported that Murmur stated Murmur started the fire using a Molotov cocktail and she is part of Antifa. Antifa is in italics. So everyone knows. Shemrowicz, that's whatever. I mean, last name's probably not a dead name, was reported to be extremely excited about being labeled a terrorist and was very animated about her hopes that police officers would be killed and injured by the riots. She also stated she would be going out on another mission and that her goal would be to set another fire. We have a citation. The citation is a court case. So, all right. It's a real citation. I don't know what to think. Whatever.
Everything's true in court, Laura.
Yeah, no one has ever lied in court. That's science. You're not allowed to. You have to promise not to, and then you can't.
You put your hand on a Bible.
That's right. A Bible. Would you lie? I would never lie to Jesus. Never. I love Jesus. He's always with me, telling me not to masturbate, and I would never lie to him. I don't know why this stream is going this way. I do apologize. There's clearly something wrong with me.
Because that's what happened when you and me host together.
That's what, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's just, what can I do? What can I say? So, Shermowitz, a human being, was charged with first-degree felony arson, felon or criminal mischief, felony riot, and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit a Class A felony. Her ties to Antifa were never reported in the local and national press.
What are they gonna find him, like a card?
Yeah, was she carrying a card? What is? Wow, I don't know. Okay, well. This is some real biased journalism. I can't believe no one reported that she was an Antifa card carrier. All right.
You know, Andy, it's okay to say that you're a biased journalist. Just say it.
Just say it. It's okay. It's okay to be biased. We all know.
Everybody has bias. Just don't come into this and be like, I am a neutral journalist. I am a neutral journalist.
Don't do it. Everybody poops and everyone has biases, and you do both, and good job.
It's fine. It's fine.
No one's mad at you. I'm a little mad at you. No one's a little mad. All right, well, let's keep on with this objective journalism. All that occurred on just the first night of rioting in Portland. It continued the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. That is how that sentence goes. For weeks, rioters descended upon the Justice Center every night as if it were a ritual. They surround the building. A ritual. It kind of was. I mean, it was the sacred fence. You know, we were all just worshiping the fence. We loved that. I loved that fence. I've never loved a fence so much. I miss that fence.
I kind of loved the red fence.
Ooh, which one is the red fence?
The Red House eviction defense.
That was a good. That was like some fucking Les Miserables shit, is what that was.
That's why I loved it. That's why I loved it. Because
no, that's legit.
Just the musical theater kid in me was just like,
yeah, yeah, really wanting to just hoist the flag. Just
yeah. And it was also just like spontaneously planned, and I also loved the Fed fence.
No, that's true. The Fed fence was good. God, I will never forget when I saw the Fed fence go down. Like, that was
same, and it got like passed around the crowd, and it
was so great.
And I loved when the Imperial fence got sawed through. Like, I don't know. There's something about a fence that like is put there to control you, and then you end up controlling it. That just gives me like the biggest boner. It's just.
Raging, turgid. Yep.
Yeah. Like when I went to DC and I met my contact in DC, and I asked this. Okay, so this is how you know that Antifa did not do the insurrection. Okay. So I asked my DC contact, I was like, why have you guys never fucked with the fence around the White House?
It's a really good question.
I was like, because, you know, in Portland, if you put up a fence, Portland's going to fuck with the fence.
Yeah. We hate fences.
We hate fences.
We hate them. We hate them and we love them.
We will fuck with them. No matter what purpose they serve, we will fuck with them. And she was like, why would we fuck with a fence that keeps Trump inside?
Some Rorschach shit.
Well, exactly. And it was like strategic.
Yeah.
There was no thinking about it. And like, even on a certain level, like our Imperial fence kept the feds inside, but we still tore it down because we were like, fuck the fence.
Fuck the fence. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. We just hate. And we're getting off track, but I'm gonna tell a silly story, which is that when I rescued my dog, whom I love very much, and she'd been kept in a very small enclosure for about a month in a kill shelter, and was very sick and was insane because she's a German Shepherd and very smart, and you can't keep a dog like that in a cage for a month. She'll lose her shit. So, you know, we were about to make the drive back to Oregon, which was a long drive. And she, you know, I figured we'll walk her around, let her pee. And we found a power generator in this park that was enclosed by a fence. It was the power generator. It was a small fence, just a little, and she went crazy. She lost her shit, just lunged at the fucking fence, tried to get over the fence because she's like, I'm back in prison. That's Portland. Portland is my dog. She's okay now. She's fine. She's had a really good life.
Your dog
thanks,
is
Brandon.
Portland
Luna
Antifa.
is awesome. She's the best dog. You're totally right. Thanks for that wholesome compliment. You really are a wholesome dude, Brandon. There's good in you. I feel it. All right, we're gonna keep reading about the horror of Portland.
Sorry, I just fences, and I'm just like,
oh no, well I'm the one that told my stupid dog story. That was excessive, but like, God, fences, fucking fences.
Fence culture around
Fence
the U.S.
culture.
for protesters, it changes.
Yeah.
It's regional.
It's real, yeah. Yeah, it's like a Rorschach test. It's very, very. Anyway,
What do you see in this fence?
What do you see in this fence? An enemy, a friend. I don't know. For real though. All right. So they surrounded the Justice Center every night as if it were a ritual. They'd surround the building, confront the police standing guard, and attack them with projectiles and mortar explosives.
So fireworks. Okay.
Yeah, basically, yeah, fireworks. Many of them used powerful lasers against police that could burn eyes and cause permanent damage to vision. I really should do lasers from now on. I'm going to.
Lasers.
Lasers. That could burn that could burn eyes and cause permanent damage to vision. By the middle of the summer, these lasers became so numerous that the rioters who carried them organized into their own unit. That's his quotes. And the protests began to look like laser shows. Very menacing. I'm just reading what's there, all right? I don't know anything.
No, but it's way better when I think about it in Dr. Evil's voice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. This whole thing, really. It's about to get better. Light mages, as they were called.
Okay. I love that graphic so much.
So good. It's so good. All right. As they were called, stood far behind lines of hundreds of protesters to blind police while their comrades closer up threw projectiles. Not how I remember it, but okay, go off, King. Mayor Wheeler announced an emergency curfew lasting 3 days following the first night of violence, but again, it failed to have much effect. Police were unable to do anything beyond writing curfew citations.
Put up the curfew.
You're right. Hardesty did put up the curfew. You're right. And there's no citation here, which means you didn't look it up.
Fuck
Damn.
Andy now. Yeah.
Fuck. And if you need someone to fact check you, Claudio is available. It's going to cost you, but it's worth it. All right. Yeah.
I do my research, Andy.
Unlike some of us. Yeah, you're right. It was. But again, it failed to have much effect. Police were unable to do anything beyond writing curfew citations, nearly all of which were later dropped by the district attorney. Andy, you know what else the police did? They gassed the fuck out of us, dude. Like,
they did
a lot. Although I was looking through my footage today because I'm giving a talk tomorrow, which you should all attend at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. Yes, this is a shameless promotion. But I was looking through the footage, and I remember I thought it was so much gas. And then I'm looking at the footage and just that is nothing. It just seemed like a lot.
I know. My lawyer, I was looking back through my statement. I had to sign back through everything. And he was like, so I wanted to ask you, you kept using the phrase, the most tear gas I've ever seen. And it keeps showing up throughout your statements. And I was like, because it kept being true.
Yeah.
And that kept
changing.
Yeah. And I was like, I'll just delete it throughout my statement because it doesn't mean anything anymore.
No.
The first time I saw it, it was true. And then it
just kept being true. It just, because it was more and more. So my plant in the audience behind Enema Lies has asked where you can find the details to attend that talk. And you should check my Twitter. It will be the pinned tweet after this. It is not the pinned tweet right now, but it will be. It's on Facebook Live. It's going to be great. It's going to be about why Portland went so hard for so long. And you should all attend it. I don't know. Do it. All right. Yeah. So it's just escalated steadily forever and ever. All right. At every step of the way, the Portland City Council demonized its police force, accusing them of racism and brutality. City Council members Joanne Hardesty and Chloe Daly were at the forefront of that effort. They pushed for the Portland Police's gun violence reduction team to be dissolved after Floyd's death, claiming it targeted Blacks.
Oh, I don't think you can say that anymore.
Nope, you shouldn't. You sure shouldn't say that. No. Black people, Andy, they're people. They're people. And their lives matter. I know you don't like to hear that, but it's true. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that certainly just happened. And accident. I'm a boomer. It's fine. I need more adrenochrome. Maybe I can stay young. Okay. So we've that bombshell drops. The mayor gave his support and the unit was dismantled. In the following months, shootings and homicides in Portland spiked to the highest levels in decades. Compared to the year prior, shootings in July and August 2020 in Portland increased by almost 200%. We do have a citation.
Despite the trend of violence being the lowest it's ever been, ever.
Yeah. All right, so we've got a citation from Fox 12. Quote, new data shows surge in Portland shootings with 488 so far this year. I will say I've done a little bit of research on this again in preparation for the talk, which will be on YouTube afterwards. And it does seem that there was a spike in homicides this summer. And I think that it's possible that is because people are starving and desperate and angry because we've been on lockdown forever. I don't know. I literally can't prove that. Like, citation needed on myself. I'm just saying that, like, it's possible, like, some other shit has happened this year is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
There is a trend between social unrest and violence.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like, gives people permission. That makes sense.
While obviously there is a downward trend in all of society between violence overall. Yeah. Like in the 70s, when there was a lot of social unrest, there was also a temporary spike in violence. When things are not doing well society-wise, there is usually an increase in violence.
Yeah, that sounds right. And it seems to me that it's a bold statement to say that the gun violence reduction team, which did unfairly target Black people, Andy, Black people, human beings. So,
and
all right,
it's definitely a bold statement to say that it's as immediate as dismantling a team, and then it's just as quick as that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's pretty irresponsible. All right. So, meanwhile, the daily violent Antifa protests were becoming more organized and sophisticated. Media pundits inaccurately described what was happening as spontaneous and organic. But what I saw on Antifa social media accounts was a deliberate, strategic, and organized plan to grow and entrench the riots. Through advertising on Reddit, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, they were widely successful in getting support, not just from Antifa fans, but also from the wider left.
Do we use Snapchat?
I have never used Snapchat in my whole life, and I resent the implication, Andy, that I ever would. I am too old to use Snapchat. I am an ancient shambling corpse, and I can't. How dare you?
I mean, I don't know if maybe I am too old for it. I just don't think that we do.
Yeah, I just don't think that's true. Like, more than it's just like Snapchat isn't really a good like organizing platform. It's like a good like send lewds platform as far as I can tell, but not really so much with
maybe it would be because it would disappear.
Nobody would. Oh my God, you're right. Shit. If there's any Antifa in the audience, which I'm sure there isn't ever, perhaps you should switch to Snapchat.
Or maybe people already do, and we just don't know anything.
We just don't know. That's true. Yeah, maybe they're already doing it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything. So
the snapper chat.
The snapper chats. That's fair. No, that's how I've
very popular with the people 10 days.
It's a good little subtle burn there, Wed. You are elegant, sir. You're elegant. Wed Taylor. All right, so let's hear about how the Antifas and use the Snapper chats to to organize stuff. In September 2020, Rutgers affiliated researchers released a study that examined the use of social media by Antifa, referred to in the paper as anarcho-socialists. Definitely the same thing, Andy.
There's a lot
to unpack here.
Well, I can't. I'll just piss people off. Go ahead.
Yeah. In instigating widespread violence during the months of unrest throughout this year, they found evidence of systemic online mobilization and radicalization using memes, rage posts, and coded language. These types of extreme in Minecraft. Oh my God. He's cracked the code. Abort. He's cracked the code. Everyone leave. Oh God, it's over. Set fire to everything. We have to leave. Burn all the papers.
Oh no. They figured out
Minecraft.
They know Minecraft is real life. Fuck.
Oh God.
No.
We do have a citation, y'all. We have one. Let's see what it is. It's probably the Rutgers study.
Oh no.
Oh God. It's a study by Joel Finkelstein, Alex Goldenberg, Sean Stevens et al. Network-enabled anarchy: how militant anarcho-socialist networks use social media to instigate widespread violence against political opponents and law enforcement. Have not read this paper. Maybe it's very compelling. Good job on using an actual academic paper, I guess.
Okay. Will you send me the citation for that so that I can do a thread on that? Because I'm really excited.
Yeah, we should, a dramatic reading of that might be in order.
It'll probably be too dry.
Yeah, too dry.
But this is for sure going to be a funny thread. So,
it's going to be great. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for this. This time of extreme anti-police content grew more than 1,000% on Twitter and 300% on Reddit. Almost as though there was a movement going on, Andy. Almost like there was like a current event that made people talk about this shit, maybe, possibly.
No, it's because we took over people's minds.
Oh, you're right. No, that was silly of me. Yeah.
Duh, Laura.
Obviously, I'm so embarrassed. Oh my God, I'm deleting this whole painful. I sure hope no far-right people are capturing the stream because I'm real embarrassed about it. I had someone message me after my first stream and say that he'd like screenshotted the whole thing so that he could share it with people. And I was like, yeah, dude, that's why I recorded it, bro. Like, please, by all means.
It's okay, Laura. There have been no far-right people that have been paying attention to us this week or taking pictures.
Not at all. No, definitely not. No, we've completely slid under the radar this week. No threats whatsoever.
We're fine.
Hooray.
I'm going to drink.
Yeah, legit. Oh yeah, citation on percentages, Conrad Ibot. The study identified that the Youth Liberation Front, YLF, the Antifa group in Portland that took the lead in organizing riots, used cyber swarming to coordinate real-world direct action. We have a citation. Same paper. Cyber swarming is the act of calling online followers to a real-life location and event.
That's just party planning.
Yeah, that's Eventbrite, Andy. That's Eventbrite, the cyber swarming website where you cyber swarm so that you can get together in person and have birthday parties and shit.
Has Andy never been to a birthday party?
No. I can say with absolute certainty that Andy Ngo has never been to a birthday party.
Or like a rave?
Andy, go to a rave. Jesus Christ. Do some fucking Molly, Andy. Can we get that trending? Can we get a hashtag Andy do some Molly, please? I will fucking pay for it, Andy. I will find someone who has some and I will buy it from them and I will give it to you for free. Please.
Crowdfund some drugs for Andy.
Yeah, crowdfund drugs for Andy. And then we're going to cyber swarm him and invite him to a real place and then give him the drugs. And that's how we're going to fix this world. This is the plan.
That's going to be a bad clip. That's going to be a bad out of context clip.
Yeah, no, I'm basically canceling myself in these videos. Just absolutely destroying myself. Just wait a couple months. There'll be reason to do it too. Oh God. My citation needed sign fell, and then we're going to learn more about Antifa. All right, Antifa traditionally use it.
What do we use?
Cyber swarming. But I feel like Antifa, it should be uses it, right? Like Antifa isn't a singular because it's a group, right? So Antifa traditionally uses it, but it's use it. I just need everyone to know that. All right, we're going to move past it. Use it to immediately mobilize a crowd against people they perceive to be ideological threats. But in 2020, they were using it to direct people to locations to riots. The YLF released daily meeting location, tactical plans, and maps on Twitter and Telegram. I mean, that's true. They plan events using the interwebs, the World Wide Web, yeah, okay. You fucking got us, Andy. Shit, I feel so owned. When they put out a call to meet at the George Washington statue in Northeast Portland on June 18th, 2020, their followers obliged. That evening, dozens of people lit the 100-year-old bronze statue on fire and used rope to pull it down. At the base of the statue, they wrote "White Fragility" and BLM. On the toppled statue itself, they spray painted 1619, referencing the New York Times Magazine's 1619 Project. Okay. Andy, the YLF does not read the New York Times, but what they do know that you don't know is that 1619 is the year that the first slaves were brought to America, Andy.
That seems more likely.
More likely than that the YLF have a robust New York Times subscription, probably. I mean, if there are any YLF people watching, which there aren't, if there are any YLF people watching and you have a robust print subscription to the all the news that's fit to print, by all means correct me. But I'm guessing that what y'all meant was that slavery was real bad and that Washington owned slaves and in fact had dentures made from the teeth of human slaves. That's true. So anyway, there was a horrible crime where a statue got pulled down, and that's very sad.
It wasn't really.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't sad at all. No one cared. Except for Andy. Andy cared a lot. Okay.
Statues trip and fall. They're real.
Sometimes, you fall down the stairs. Just fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you trip and fall down the stairs. It's very sad. Oops. All right. Instead of repairing the damage, the city removed the statue. By November 2020, yeah, okay. Far left rioters in Portland toppled or destroy. That's definitely wrong. Standing on this. Toppled or destroy 7 more statues, including ones of Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. They also set a downtown museum on fire. No one was ever arrested over the vandalism. We do have a fire citation. It's the Portland Police Bureau.
Oh, the Portland Police Bureau Museum, there was a little fire set in there.
There was. You know what? You're right. There was. And like,
it didn't
have some opinions.
To the ground, but there was like a little fire.
There was a small fire.
Like, it's not correct, but it's not wrong.
Yeah, it's there's an implication, but we can move past it.
Yeah.
And by the way, for the record, I have a lot of opinions about the Abraham Lincoln thing, which I will not divulge here, but it is true that statue was torn down, and there's a debate to be had about that, and I'm not going to have it here. All right. Yeah. So we are moving on to a new section. Let me see how long it is. Oh, it's not bad. So we'll do one more section, and then we're going to call it a night because I have a million works to do. But we're going to go a little over an hour if that's cool.
I'm cool with it.
Sweet. Let's do it. We're going to talk about mutual aid and how it's bad. As everyone knows.
I don't know. Joey Gibson was really into it over the weekend.
He was. There was that one dude at the protest we definitely weren't at, the Patriot Prayer Gathering, where, yeah, he like talked a lot about how it was really important to do mutual aid and like have an underground economy, and like, brah, do it.
You're talking about the pillars of anarchism.
Yeah, do it. Do an anarchy. Do it. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't really care if you like,
I think that would be great.
Something else.
Yeah, if you want to like stop doing insurrections and start doing mutual aid, I'm gonna call that a win, y'all. Like, please help each other. Y'all need help. You need help. Oh my God, y'all need help. You need so much help.
And Andy Ngo will cover it and be like, yay! And we'll be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Very, very objective. Such objective. Mutual aid. To achieve their goal, Antifa use violence. But sustained, effective violence takes organization, planning, and money in addition to participants. To achieve this, a smorgasbord of ad hoc Antifa groups popped up, describing themselves.
About our blocks.
I think so. I can't wait for this. Describing themselves as mutual aid groups. That's his quotes. They supplied everything from food and bail money to riot gear and weapons. Ooh, let's find out more.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait. The Witches was one mutual aid group that formed up to give water, food, and supplies to rioters. We have a citation. It is the Witches. He cites the Witches. Yep, I believe that. I believe that they gave out water, food, and supplies. Cool. Riot Ribs was a pop-up kitchen that cooked hot meals. There's a citation, but I don't need to see it because that's true. Free food is the mainstay of the riots for a few reasons. It draws in protesters and vagrants to inflate crowd numbers. Secondly, it is effective for propaganda as it generates favorable news stories and photographs showing the peaceful side of the radical protesters. Yeah, dude, it does look real good that there's mutual. You're right. You owned us, dude. It does look really neat that we feed people for free.
It looks neat because it is neat.
It is neat. Yeah. Like, it's not a manipulation tactic. It's that, like, it's pretty cool, dude. Like, all right, well, there's that. Okay. The Equitable Workers Offering Community Support, or EWOCs, provided volunteer street medics for comrades injured during rioting. There's a citation. It's going to be the EWOCs. Similarly, a group calling itself OHSU for BLM claimed to be made of medical students affiliated with the Oregon Health and Science University.
They literally were.
There's a citation. It's going to be to their website. I am actually not seeing what it is. Sorry, hold on. I'm not good at things. Life, generally. There it is. Yeah, no, it's their profile. Cool. They later shut down after receiving notice that they weren't allowed to use the OHSU brand, which is not the same thing as not being OHSU students, actually. PDX Shield provided homemade shields, which were more frequently used as battering weapons. Oh, there's a citation. Do go on, Andy.
You've got stats on that, Andy?
PDX Shieldsmith's profile. I'm going to press a big old X to doubt on that. If anyone wants to check out the PDX Shieldsmith page and see if they talk about using shields as battering rams, by all means.
Because I've watched plenty of shield trainings.
Yeah.
That's straight up not how anybody recommends using them.
No, that's just not true. If you were going to batter somebody, there are better things to use than shields. Shields are because the police fire projectiles at people's fucking heads. Like, a lot.
Well, and not only that, but they're for making a very specific formation depending on the shape of the shield.
Yeah. Yep.
And withstanding a tremendous amount of force.
Yeah.
Like, as somebody that films from a shield line.
Right.
Like, if anybody knew that shields were used as a battering ram, it would be me.
Yeah. I've never seen that happen. All right. Well, we're gonna move on from this very big press X to doubt moment. PDX hydration statement distributed sticks and umbrellas, tools used to fight police and block cameras, respectively.
The guy that gave out water bottles.
Yep. And umbrellas, the violence of umbrellas, which are in fact used to block cameras. And yeah, that's not a bad, I don't know. Is that violence?
He gave out very few umbrellas. It was
mostly
way more about snacks and water bottles. And he was a veteran and a Republican.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, he was a Republican.
It's fucking badass. Wow. Well, good on him. Hashtag not all Republicans, as I sometimes say in my comments, because I do have conservatives come in and say that, and you're right. Like, some of you, I'm sure, are good people. Like, really, though. Like, for real, you are. Hold it down,
I'm sure are fine people.
Hold it down, y'all. Hold it down. PDX community jail support aided arrested rioters immediately after their release from jail. The monsters! How dare they?
They help everyone released from jail, except for fascists.
Because fuck those guys. No one likes fascists. No one should like fascists because they're bad. We had a whole fucking war about this.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
A few.
Yeah, a few. Yeah. They set up a camp outside the Central Police Precinct and offered arrestees food, phone access, legal support, and rides home. In short, they streamlined the riot, catch, and release process. Yep. No lies detected. You're right, Andy. You got us. Terrible of us.
Cigarettes.
And cigarettes, which I think is cool. Yeah. All right. These and numerous other anonymous mutual aid groups were all established between May and August 2020 in Portland. Using payment applications Venmo and Cashapp, the groups were able to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars from a large number of anonymous donors around the country and even internationally. Thousands for sure.
I know that Riot Ribs
did do well.
Riot Ribs did quite well.
Yeah.
Definitely in the tens.
All right. Thousands around the United States support Antifa and the far left. That's hundreds of thousands, motherfucker. They're willing to donate to their fundraisers. Politicians and celebrities promote their causes, and local media provide favorable coverage. Riot Ribs, here we go, was one of the most successful Portland Antifa mutual aid groups during the summer. It raised more than $330,000, but suddenly dissolved overnight in July 2020 and disappeared along with the money. That is a real interesting way to say armed takeover. It's a lot of words to say armed takeover. And also, like, we know what happened to the money. Like, some of it got used to make vans to go other places, and some of it got distributed, and some of it went to Don't Shoot, I believe. There is a citation here. The citation is the Riot Ribs press release, which didn't say any of what he just said at all.
Yeah, I do wonder how many people, like, actually know what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, it's sketch. It's a little sketch. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But I'm just not sure that this is an accurate way to, I don't know. It's more complicated.
It's definitely complicated.
Yeah. God bless you, Wed. All right. Yeah, very cool. You are correct. Moment of silence for the Bitcoin millionaire from France who gave Nick Fuentes hundreds of thousands of dollars to be a fucking fascist. Nick Fuentes, I'm telling you, he's the next big thing. I said it first. Everyone remember that. Anyway, I don't know why it matters to me that you remember that. It's because I'm fucking arrogant. We'll continue. A kitty. Oh, he's so good. Bring back cats.
She decided that licking her foot was more important.
That's legit. No, you can't force cats to do shit. We'll just keep reading and hope that she returns. Of course, as much money as these mutual aid groups received to provide supplies to rioters, they pale in comparison to how much the Portland General Defense Committee was able to raise on GoFundMe.
It's because they made cool t-shirts.
Yeah, no lies detected. Yeah. Similar to the wildly successful Minnesota Freedom Fund, which bails out rioters and those charged with serious crimes like murder. The Portland group pulled in over $1.37 million. That is a lot of money. There is a citation.
Did they really?
He's citing the PDX bail fund. That's pretty fucking impressive. It gives me hope. Weirdly, like, that's great. Good job, everyone. Yeah, neat. Acid Burn asking the real questions. Let's see what we got. The huge flow of cash is used to bail out every rioter arrested, cover their legal expenses, pay for housing and new mobile devices, give donations to other groups and whatever else they feel like supporting.
I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people lose their phones, like, forever.
Yeah, it's the housing that I'm more surprised by, because I would absolutely be arrested if someone would pay my rent, and I was unaware of this until now. So,
I know that when you and I ended up on the kill list, and
the kill list. I remember the kill list.
I know, it was cute.
Fun times. Yeah.
And there was like question about maybe needing a safe house or something like that. Somebody did recommend that I reach out to them.
Because your life was being threatened.
Yes.
Which is a little different than like everyone gets free housing if you get arrested.
Yeah, but I don't know if that ended up being a service that I actually could have used or not.
Yeah, I don't. All I'm saying is that I'm going to go out after this stream and get arrested tonight, because I would love to not have to pay rent. I would be so happy, and I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to get arrested. I haven't decided yet. Based on the stream, it'll probably be something horribly obscene, and I'm just going to, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, y'all. I'll report back.
That sounds correct. That sounds correct.
Yeah. It's the only call I can make. He continues. Okay, sorry. When the charges get dropped or dismissed, and the overwhelming majority of them do, the bail bond is returned and reinvested in other nefarious causes. Aw.
Maybe it's because the majority of rioters don't do what they're charged with.
Weird,
or they can't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interfere with a police officer. Fuck you.
Yeah. Maybe if you didn't charge journalists with that, it wouldn't fucking stick. Or maybe it's because a lot of rioters aren't actually rioting. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I'm sure.
Anything. I'm just a journalist.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
It's the t-shirt that I have been saying that I have been meaning to get, but that I haven't gotten like all year. I don't know anything. I'm just a journalist.
I like that. That's depressingly accurate. Yeah. I don't know shit. Luckily, neither does Andy Ngo, another journalist. The Portland General Defense Committee publishes a financial accountability page on its website. Citation, I assume, to that. I can only assume the information reported is accurate. Have to burp, can't. They say $20,000 was given to a bail fund in Eugene, Oregon. Bail bonds ranging from several $100s up to $50,000 were paid for more than 100 people. In effect, this group is using a GoFundMe campaign to channel money to causes that are otherwise not allowed on the platform. The site's terms of service prohibit raising legal funds for those accused of violent crimes. But the Portland General Defense Committee does exactly that, as people they bail out are accused of felony assault and other serious crimes. I don't know, Andy. You know, if GoFundMe had been as kind to me as it had been to you, I might shut the fuck up. Might be the thing I did.
You made $250,000 on GoFundMe.
Yeah, Jesus. I don't know what $250,000 looks like, and I never will. Fuck you.
I think by the time I'm done paying my student loans, Sally Mae will know.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You know, as long as Sally Mae knows, that's like, it's almost like knowing yourself, right?
For a degree that I really won't use.
Oof. Brutal.
So
yeah. What you should have done was sign up for the military and participated in foreign wars that have killed over 100,000 Afghanis since it began. And then you too could have gone to college for free. That's
you're right, Laura.
Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking. You should have facilitated colonialism, and then you too wouldn't have to ever find out. Yeah. I made good decisions.
All 5 feet epileptic me would have done really well in Afghanistan.
It's legit. Look, one of the most badass soldiers I ever met was a 4'9" like just beast of a person. I'm just saying. Just absolutely a fucking terror. Veronica Colon, if you're watching this, you have my heart forever.
Would have been great. Would have been great.
Yeah. Could have been great, but yeah. All right. Well, we'll keep talking about how GoFundMe is bad. Okay. Sorry. And what exactly is the General Defense Committee? It is a local chapter of the Industrial Workers of the World Defense Committee. The IWW is an anarchist socialist labor union. Like the other Antifa mutual aid groups, those involved use pseudonyms and monikers. Andy, that's basically the same fucking word, dude. Why are you doing this?
Stop coming for the wobblies.
Yeah, leave the wobblies alone. Leave them alone. Shaved Ice asking the real questions. They will. Think I mentioned this last stream, the video of the Chuds talking about escorting Andy Ngo. That was me. I recorded that, sent it anonymously to Willamette Week. Now I can say that because everyone knows what I am. Anyway, I'm going to carry on learning about the IWW. However, the Portland chapter is a registered nonprofit with the state of Oregon. It is filing with the Oregon Secretary of State. Shows that the registered agent behind the groups is Catherine Corbin Belia. Catherine Belia, if I am mispronouncing your name, I apologize. If I've just inadvertently dead named you, I apologize. Andy Ngo is bad about that. I'm sorry. He has not said that it's a dead name, so I'm going to assume it's okay, but I don't know. And if I'm wrong, then I'm sorry. Oh shit. Me too. Kenneth Lewis. I also do this. Every fucking time. Every time. Or a bobblehead. I can't help it. All right. Belia is one of the people who I allege had assaulted me in June 2019 at the Antifa riot, according to a criminal complaint. Before I was punched in the head by the mob, Belia threw a cup full of liquid in my face. A photographer captured the moment. It showed Belia grinning widely. Claudio, I hereby accuse you of, I don't know. I don't have a good crime. What did you do?
This is
I don't know. I accuse you. Well, I'm going to think of something, and then I'm going to put it in a book as an authoritative source, because everyone knows if you accuse somebody, it means it happened. All right. Well, true. Eminently true. And you know, a moment of silence for being hit in the face with a liquid thing.
Yes.
I'm not going to make the joke here because I'm a professional, and we're going to move past it.
I didn't get any in your hair.
You're welcome. During the summer of 2020, the Antifa organizing infrastructure was now in place. Andy, the tenses on that just gave me cancer. Like, I'm dead now. I'm going to die.
HC didn't get you, that did.
HC couldn't kill me, but it's that fucking tense shift. God, Jesus Christ. They had everything they needed to be on autopilot: a plan, people, supplies, and money. In June, the city put up a protective fence around the Justice Center and the adjacent federal courthouse. In response, rioters came with tools to cut the fence open. Yes, every night, police guarding the facilities were hit by hundreds of projectiles.
Eggs,
water bottles. I was hit in the leg by something. I still don't know what it was, but it cut my leg open, and I'll have a scar that I bear for the rest of my life. But I'm sorry about the water bottles. Really, truly horrible, horrible thing to happen. Every night, police guarding the facilities were hit by, I just read that. When rioters ran out of supplies or things to throw, they were continuously resupplied by well-stocked support vehicles. He's talking about water bottles. He's talking about the snack van.
Yep.
Oh God, also beans. It's true. Also beans were thrown. Cans of beans. Hideous. Hideous time to be alive.
Not until the Goya thing, though.
That's true. That's true. Oh God. So much has happened. My brain is just gone. I don't remember shit anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that these things didn't happen until there were scandals.
Yeah.
Like the tuna thing did not happen until the tuna thing, and the soup thing didn't happen until the soup thing. Like, we didn't have this ammo until ammo was given.
Yeah. Wow. God bless. What a fucking year. All right. Yeah, so they were resupplied by vehicles that handed out water to protesters. On June 1st, a woman was stopped by police after she was observed allegedly handing out supplies to rioters. There's a citation. It's to the Portland Police Bureau. Okay. She sped off in response, hitting multiple vehicles in the escape. She was only stopped once her tires were slashed by spike strips laid by police. That's not what Brent.
Oh, that looked like something else. It was a stabbing motion.
It was a stabbing motion. I'm sorry. It's been a very obscene thread so far. Whatever. I can't talk. I'm drunk. Fuck you.
It's a stabbing motion, unless you do underhand, but it's stabbing.
Yeah, look, I'm not here to judge you. All right, whatever you got to do. Yeah, so stabbed by spike strips, and definitely not Brent Taylor. No charges were pursued. Really no citation except for the Portland police. Super neat. In my time on the ground in Portland, citation fucking needed for that. I observed sophisticated communication strategies between different Antifa units during the protest.
About things.
As in Chaz, they communicated via walkie-talkies and sometimes subtle hand signals. Obscene. Blocked. Each faction of Antifa served a function that they had been trained for. Drivers carried supplies like water bottles, some of which were frozen solid and later used against the police. Scouts on foot, bicycles or motorcycles, watched the perimeter and kept an eye on every person entering the area. Those who looked suspicious were flagged and closely monitored. On several occasions, random people accused of being right-wing were chased out or assaulted by the mob. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
True.
Remember the times that people tried to fucking run us over with cars?
Yeah.
I remember.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm fucking does remember.
But I mean, I'll also say that there are some really fucking toxic security cultured people that need to kill the cops in their heads that, you know, watch for that shit and like self-elect themselves to be security and try to do that shit. And that sucks too.
It does suck. And that's incredibly real. Yeah, no, there's no sugarcoating it. Like, bad shit has gone down. Also, though, a lot of like legitimate right-wingers were walked out, and that's also good, actually. So
both.
All right, so
both is good.
Both is good. As the days went on, the weapons became more sophisticated and dangerous. In addition to rocks, concrete chunks, and bottles, they were adding in large commercial-grade fireworks. The explosive mortars were used to distract and confuse police, while others hurled projectiles at them. In some cases, officers close to the explosions suffered burns and hearing problems.
You want to talk about hearing problems? Oh my God.
Oh my God. Like,
you know how
I'm
many
actually
of us just like have randomly bleeding ears.
Yeah. I just know that the volume on which I listen to my music has gone from near the max to actual max. I have to get new headphones because these aren't loud enough for me to hear podcasts anymore.
Yeah. Like my hearing was already fucking wrecked because of metal
Same.
shows, but like
Word. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, the army really fucked me, but the flashbang finished the job. I am deaf. It's not because I'm actually a 75-year-old boomer who chugs adrenochrome on a daily basis. It's because of the army and also flashbang. Yeah. The explosive mortars. Okay, sorry, I read that. What amazed me about the strategic choice of weapons, both purchased and homemade, was how innocuous they looked on camera and to bystanders. For example, one doesn't necessarily register a water bottle as a dangerous and potentially deadly weapon.
Oh my God, we're
However,
really going there?
We're really going there. They seem harmless, and that's because they are. But let's keep going. Black Bloc riders froze them to make them hard as rocks. Taking one on the head could lead to a serious brain injury or death. Well, you would fucking know.
Well,
and
that's
intermixed
the guy
with
who
a
took
plastic
a milkshake to the head.
Yeah, he suffered a brain injury. Imagine if you could suffer a brain injury from a milkshake. Just imagine what a frozen water bottle could do. Incredible. Jesus Christ. And intermixed with the plastic bottles were glass bottles and canned food. Tribe Called Jackson called it. We got a citation. It is from the Portland Police Bureau. Other popular weapons were slingshots. Riders stood hundreds of feet back and fired off marbles and metal marbles and metal ball bearings. On camera, they looked deceptively like children's toys.
I saw so few wrist rockets.
I saw like a couple, but it was not popular. Popular is a strong fucking term. And the umbrellas riders used to shield themselves from cameras on at least one confirmed occasion, and likely more. Riders attached blades to the tips of the umbrellas so they could double as weapons.
Never.
What? We have a citation. It's the Portland Police Bureau.
I shoot every time there is an umbrella line. I shoot from the umbrella line.
Yeah, you do.
It is what I am known for.
Yep. That's your whole thing.
That is what I am known for. If there were a knife on an umbrella, I would see it because I would be avoiding the knife.
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, there's a fucking knife there. I should be aware of
Maybe I shouldn't get stabbed by it. Yeah. That seems like a thing that's bad for me. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that's the end of this section. We do have another like 2 pages we could just do. I'm having fun. Do you want to just do another couple? How do you feel about it? Or do you want to call it a night?
I need to call it a night, unfortunately.
Okay,
but
that's
I would
legit.
love to do the next night with you.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
I will say that unfortunately I'm going to have to take a hiatus. Definitely this Thursday, possibly next Tuesday. I have a super secret project I'm doing. You'll find out about it. You will understand. Please don't speculate on social media about what that might be, because if you're right, then you will understand that you should not talk about it. So yeah, that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Claudio, for coming and fucking laughing at this with me. Incredible.
It's been awesome.
But awesome. And it is time for me to shout out the wonderful patrons who make my absurd lifestyle possible. You are all bad people for enabling this. I am seriously mentally disturbed. I don't know why you are facilitating this. You are enablers and you're bad. I'd like to especially thank my newest patrons, Amanda, Sarah Hale, Clark, Andrew Kent, and Kristen Bott. A giant shout out to the Orange Chicken tier, Kenneth Clayton Lewis, Lucy Boyd, Dana Sullivan, Tina Kopolowski, Stephen Swan, Sandra Elliott, Shaved Ice, Michael Mataluni. A big shout out to the shower beer section, Brent Schrock, Ominous Lajand, Christine M. Hedges, Chaz, Holly Jones, Brian Covey, Alexandria Schneider, Polly, Nathan Zilka, Josh Fader, Sam Mattison, Benjamin Tupper, Dome, and Caitlin Johnson. Thank you also to my lovely herbal tea people. I've been mainlining herbal tea. You have no idea how much you do for me. Elizabeth Ross, Ray Ribbs, Liz Briante, Marvelicious, Dave, Zeke, Heather Carpenter, and Julian. Thank you all for making this a thing that happens. Cool. Well, I'll see you on the other side. Everyone have a wonderful night. And don't forget to attach razor blades to the end of your umbrellas because that's cool.
It's a thing that happens.
It's a fucking thing. Good night.